decided on the name Janus. Actually, there isn't a great story behind it. It's just, it really came down to one day, somebody just picked that word out of the dictionary. We like the meaning behind it. We like the duality kind of theme behind it. It's the Roman god of gates and beginnings, two-faced god, one that looks forward and backwards. We thought it was just a great kind of metaphor for kind of how we work artistically. How we're always trying to top the last thing that we do. Red Right Return. We settled on that name as a title for the new record, based on the fact that it was just the perfect metaphor for who we are as a band, and the whole process and concept behind making that record. It actually comes from an old nautical saying, Red Right Returning, which is a saying that ship captains use as a way to remind themselves when returning home to port to always keep the red buoy on the right-hand side of the ship. And they do it to kind of ensure a safe passage so they stay in the channel. And for us, it was just the perfect metaphor, because when we made this record, we really set out to kind of do the opposite of what I think a lot of bands try to do these days, which is to try and shill for a record deal or put a demo together to try and hurry up and get something signed. And we really wanted to focus on making the strongest, most solid piece of art and do it for ourselves and kind of return kind of the core of who we are as artists, and it was just the perfect metaphor. Uniforms are really an extension of the concept behind the record, and when we finished the record, we started to think about the visuals, and we wanted to make as big of a statement with the visuals as the music. And we put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into the record, so we wanted to come up with something really original. And we landed with this 1920s Russian constructivist type of vibe that we wrapped around the album artwork, that we wrapped around all of the merch designs, the posters, the MySpace, anything that we do. And we wanted to bring that to the live show as well. So we actually hooked up with this awesome fashion designer in Chicago. We kind of custom made all these uniforms, and we brought her some sketches, and she went to town and really brought these things together for us.